This is the Ryder and Lisa replay.
Brought to you by Action Furnace. Fixed right or it's free.
You've avoided watching the coyote video that went viral here in Edmonton the last couple days.
Yeah, I could hear somebody watching it in the office yesterday, and the sounds of either the coyote or the dog whimpering.
It's
I just
the dog,
couldn't.
yeah.
So this happened in our city, where a woman was walking her small dog on a leash, and she was on her phone, so she was a bit distracted. But it just goes to show how these coyotes can sneak up on you, and you have no idea they're following you.
Real quick, yeah.
And the coyote snatched the dog. Luckily, it was on a leash, so the woman was able to pull and get it out of the coyote's mouth.
How they possibly got that coyote on a leash.
No, the dog. Anyway,
kidding.
the dog seems to be okay.
Yeah. Big ups to the lady, though, who managed to scare off the coyote and save her little puppy.
Yes, experts are saying she did exactly what you're supposed to do.
Make a lot of noise.
Kind of run after them if you're big enough.
Like approach them.
Yeah. And try and be bigger than they are. When I've been golfing near Mill Creek Ravine, there's been cubs of coyotes that are just chilling watching people golfing. And that to me is absurd because they're being conditioned to be completely comfortable around us. Whereas before, like growing up, I was always taught, coyotes are scared of humans.
Yeah.
They'll never approach you. They're very timid around humans. No.
That's why it's good to have you with me on the golf course to make sure that you're just piping balls into the bush to scare them back.
That is so rude.
Tell me something
Good.
Mornings with Ryder and Lisa.
Play 107.
I have another local story today. I saw this on Twitter. A man named Duncan Kinney tweeted out a photo, and it's a sign on the streets of Edmonton that says, if your bike was locked up right here, come see Northern Chicken, which is a local fried chicken company here in Edmonton. And the tweet that he wrote with this photo says, I've started biking to the office. I come out of my office today and find that my bike is gone. This is the note that I see. Apparently, he goes over to Northern Chicken. His bike is there waiting for him. There were some customers on the Northern Chicken patio that saw someone cutting his bike lock and trying to take off with his bike. They stopped the whole thing and brought his bike over to safety at Northern Chicken. And he even goes on to say, a big thank you to the people who rescued my bike and a big thanks to Northern Chicken for storing it. To celebrate, I got some fried chicken. I had been meaning to get something from their 104th Street location for a while, and this was the perfect excuse.
I'd have a really rough time riding home with fried chicken in my hand without stopping every minute or two to have a little bite.
Yeah.
That's a great story.
Tell me something good.
Talking today about life hacks, and I think I have a good one.
Okay.
With the rising price of everything, including like chocolate bars and chips. And
You're going to give out raisins this year?
No,
Okay.
I'll still get decent stuff.
I
but
would be surprised if the little boxes of raisins are more expensive than chocolate bars at this point.
It's true.
fruit.
I'm actually going to send my kid out. I'm going to make sure she's wearing a really cute costume. And I'm going to send her out on like an 8 or 9 hour shift of trick-or-treating.
I'm sorry?
Yeah, it's just going to be bag after bag. Thank you. Drop it off. I'll sort it for you. Head back out there. And then she'll go and do a different street. And she'll come back and be like, am I done, Daddy? My feet hurt. I'll be like, no. Drop it off. Empty the pillowcase. Go again.
So you're trying to make a profit this year.
I am going to load up on enough chocolate and chips that I don't have to buy that for the rest of the year.
Ooh.
They'll just be like a dedicated cupboard, and I can get fancy and do like those TikTok trends where I organize it really well.
That's so kind of you to think
Thanks.
of yourself on Halloween, and
It's for all of us.
turning it into some child labor.
No, we all eat. We all get to enjoy the wealth of Charlie's work, right?
The fruits of her labor.
The fruits of her labor, exactly.
The raisins. Who's handing those out this year?
Yeah, no, it's going to be a good year.
Okay, well, does she get to eat some candy to help fuel her throughout the shift?
She can have
gets
like
some breaks,
the
right?
crispy crunches.
Okay, the crispy crunches suck.
You know how you said send your daughter out and then bring the pillowcase back? What you do is you send an adult with her or someone else, they have a bigger bag and stand at the sidewalk, and then she dumps her bag into that one. So when you go to the door, the people will look in the bag and see nothing, and you say, oh, I got off to a late start, and I'm not really going to get much trick-or-treating done. They'll give you like 4 handfuls every time. Then you go back and dump it into the bag, and then go to the next house with an empty bag.
Last year, we went by where my mom lives in St. Albert, and there was a mom and a dad that were making their kids go, and they said, we have to hit another street yet. And they had one of those big wagons, like it's like those folding chairs, but it was like a folding wagon. Mm-hmm. And that thing was loaded right to the top. And the mom said, we don't have enough stuff. And the little girl said, Mom, the wagon is right full. We can't fit anymore. Your bags are empty. You have to fill the bags. And like these poor kids, they were in tears already. And like when you said that, I'm like, holy cow.
People are actually doing like Ryder's joking.
I was definitely kidding.
Oh, no. I know you guys were joking, but it was real. Like last year I saw it. I'm like, holy cow.
Okay, I guess I'm not going to do that this year.
The kids are crying. Mom, please, we don't want to trick or treat anymore. Like
Sounds awful.
What world are we living in?
So yeah, that is no longer my Halloween hack.
No, we're going to definitely cross that one off.
Joined by caller 7, first time through, ready to win some money. Shannon on the phone. What's going on, girl?
Nothing, just driving my kid to daycare.
Okay, how confident are you in your skills in this game?
Pretty confident.
Okay, great. Here's how it's going to work. You're going to pick a teammate. We're going to send them out of the room. The other person, your non-teammate, will ask you 5 words. You tell us the first word that comes to mind. When you hear each, we'll invite your teammate back in. Give them the same 5 words for everyone that matches. It's $25, and if you get all 5, it's $1,000. By the way, next week we're doubling up. All right, so who would you like your teammate to be, Shannon?
I think I'm going to go with Lisa.
Okay, Lisa, get out of here.
Bye.
First word, Shannon, just waiting for Lisa Slowpoke to leave the room, is shave.
Fake.
Face, you said?
Yeah.
Second word, giant.
Tall.
Third word is belt.
Buckle.
Sorry?
Buckle.
Buckle, okay. Fourth word is happy.
Smile.
Nice. And your fifth word is bike.
Riding.
All right, let's get Lisa back in. Good words.
How do we do?
She's going to win some money today.
So?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're going to start with...
Can you hear me on this mic, by the way?
Yep,
Okay.
you sound great. We're going to start with happy.
Smile.
That is correct.
Yay!
$25.
$25.
Next word, we're going to go with bike.
Ride.
Yeah, she said riding. We'll count that. It's $50. On our way to 1,000. Maybe.
Maybe.
Giant.
Tall?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, $75. These next two are the tricky ones.
Oh, of course. Why wouldn't they be?
Shave.
Oh, no. Why would you do this to me?
Shave.
Shave? I'm going to go with razor.
Oh.
No, what is it?
She said face.
That was my second word. I didn't want to tell Shannon that. I don't want you to know that that was my second word, but it was.
And the last word is belt.
Okay, I also have 2 words for this. I'm going to go with pants.
Incorrect.
Don't tell me what it was.
Buckle.
That's what I was thinking.
Really? That was your second
I'm
word
actually
too?
miserable. But I thought it was too obscure. But I guess Shannon is obscure and so am I. That's why she chose me as a teammate. Lisa. What did we win today?
$75.
We'll take it. Right, Shannon?
That's okay.
Awesome. Thanks for playing.
Great job.
Thank you.
Next chance to play is tomorrow morning at 7:50, and then next week it is double up week.
Yeah.
So twice the prize, but twice the pressure as we're putting a timer on it. So definitely be listening for that.
Play.
Here's another terrifying episode of Terror Tales.
So I got this email and immediately called Melanie to break down the story for us. Whenever you're ready.
Okay. About 10 years ago, I started being able to see spirits, and they showed up just as gray shadows. All of a sudden, about 5 years ago, I was going down for a nap, and I heard my name, Mom. You know, it was one of my kids who were at school, who I thought was in the hallway, call my name. So I kind of sat up, looked towards the door, which was closed, and there were 3 spirits standing there, or ghosts. And they looked normal, just like you and I, just almost like we were behind a veil. And in my mind, I had said, hey, I can see you guys. And as soon as I said that, all 3 of them, they were men. They turned towards me. They raised their right arms, and they had knives in their hand and started walking towards me. And I started to panic and put my head in my pillow and was like just praying to anyone who would listen to help me and save me. And after a few minutes, I kind of looked up and they were gone.
Whoa.
Moments like that are probably going to happen because I will always be able to see and talk and hear spirits. Mm-hmm. But I know I can just maybe pray and maybe they'll just go away.
Thank you for sharing your story. That is a terrifying one. That's why we call this segment Terror Tales. If you have a story for us, hit me up, Ryder at play107.com. And if you're comfortable, we'll get you on the phone like we did with Melanie.
Yeah, or we could just
Tell your
read
story.
the email too if you're not comfortable going on air.
Sure.
Okay, what is something that you have stolen from work? Hit us up. Be honest.
Mine were just kind of stolen.
Okay.
So we get like these promotional, they're like posters, but they're on wood. Does that make sense? They're like wooden posters.
Okay, kind of.
They're hanging up all over the office. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like the Bieber one, the Ed Sheeran one, and the music labels send them out. Well, as Katy Perry was no longer like the face of Top 40 radio, I noticed that a couple of hers were just like sitting in an office against a wall. Anyway, they're now hung in my garage. I have a Katy Perry shrine.
Yeah.
It's pretty hot.
It's kind of creepy, though, when your
Super
garage door's
creepy.
open and people are walking by. They're like, oh, wow, that guy really likes Katy Perry.
And like my garage is kind of a beat down garage. Like it looks old.
Yeah.
So
And
it's
then you have these flashy big posters of Katy Perry in like bubbly, bubblegum colored outfits.
Yeah. John Stamos was interviewed recently about what he stole from Full House. You remember the big red door?
Of course.
I stole a lot of things from that show, from most shows. We were building a bathroom on our house, and I said, I have these old doors from Full House, so I put those. But every time I walk out of the bathroom, I expect people to clap and applause for me, like, when you make an entrance at a sitcom.
That's pretty funny, right? But he
great.
stole the red doors from the Full House set and has them on his bathroom.
Okay, I'm just reading this text. They want to remain anonymous. They've taken Cavi wipes, which are antibacterial wipes.
Okay.
But they're really expensive. I just Googled the price for a container of it. They range between like $30 to $130. They're just super sanitizing.
Well, we've got these electrical wipes in here that you can wipe down, like, so we wipe down everything, like equipment in here.
Yeah.
And they're very expensive as well.
Have you ever taken a
No, I don't
container?
really have anything like
Yeah, you keep everything
electronic.
dusty and gross and you don't clean, so that wouldn't make sense. Sarah wrote in saying,
Thanks.
time, I scroll social media while I'm being paid to work. Remember when a bunch of our forks were going missing here at the office and we were convinced it was just Jake Ryan being forgetful and putting them in his bag?
Right. And we still don't have an answer if that was the case or not.
We also had Cheesegate here at work where somebody's block of cheese was stolen out of the fridge. We had to bring in a lie detector test.
Yeah.
I passed with flying colors, obviously.
We got to the bottom of it. It came down to 2 guys that refused to take the lie detector test, so I'm pretty sure they just shared the cheese.
The Ryder and Lisa replay.
Brought to you by Action Furnace. Fixed right or it's free.
Play 107.